Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have two brand new Ned Foss knives for you. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're going to get into these bad boys. I've already taken them out of the box, so you don't have to watch me take them out of the box. They do actually, they do come with a nice little case. It's kind of like a rubberized something or other to keep them in. So if you're just getting into knives and you don't have knife cases or things to keep your knives in, it does come with a nice cloth actually and something to put it in. I'll be giving both of these knives away in a future live stream. And by the way, every Friday night, Beez Blades live at the Hive. That's what we do. We give away knives, and that's not the reason for the live stream. It's a 4-hour live stream, right? 8:15 to around midnight or so, and we give knives away just like these, but that's just part of the fun. That's not the reason for it. It's a family-friendly show. We talk about knives, snacks, everything else, everyday carry gear, and if you have questions about knives that you see on the channel, that's the place to interact. I always appreciate if you comment down below, whether it's good or bad. If you want to trash me to pieces, by all means, go ahead. If that's what makes you feel better, by all means. And don't forget, hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. Okay, getting to the knife. Now that it's been over a minute, this is the Ned Foss Beast 2. Would you look at it? Just look at it and all of its beastness. And by the way, I have another one over there. They have at least 3 different versions, maybe 4 of the Beast. I've shown you the other version before, the original. These have 14C28 blades still, baby. This one is a crossbar lock. Oh, excuse me? Yeah, this is a crossbar lock, baby. And it does have a captive pivot with cage ceramic ball bearings. Ned Foss is doing a really good job of stepping it up. And I do a really good job of spitting on knives because I get really overexcited. This obviously has oh yeah, look at that. We have a deep carry clip that's inset into those scales. Very nice. I really appreciate that. That means an easy in and out of the pocket with no snaggage. I'm really liking it. It has the bolster lock. They come in G10. Can I get you in there? Is there any way we can get a little bit of texture vision? You can't, I mean, you can actually feel the texture just a wee bit. You can feel it, but not very much, just barely. And let's see what this blade looks like. Are you ready? Pow, right in the kisser. Oh yeah, we got a little harpoon action going on. Look at that. That's nice and clean and crispy. And I think these run around the $50 mark. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Ned Foss is going to give me a discount code. If so, I'll have it down there in the description and in the pinned comment where you can get a discount on these. But very nice, clean looking blade. I like the blade shape. I imagine this is going to be comfortable for my thumb coming up here in just a second. We'll check out the ergos. There's your thumb studs. Nice wider thumb studs. They do have a nice little bit of grip on that last ledge. So I'm thinking that's going to be good. How's it feel? Left and right? Up and down? Ooh, very nice. So we're absolutely solid. And of course we have 100% lockup because this is a crossbar lock. Let's see. Yeah, no movement at all. And are we centered? Yes, that blade is centered. So let's do a couple quick size comparisons, then I'll show you the other version. Here's the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. It's Elementum, my dear Watson. And here is the QSP Penguin, because everybody should have a penguin, right? Yeah, so height-wise, width-wise, it's about the same. And it's more of a medium. But these are medium. It's getting into large. What would be a word between medium and large? Malarge? It's more of a Millard size, but it's not a big beefy knife. And then here is the CJRB light pyrite light, and then this is the Kaiser Mini Momo. For a couple size comparisons for you, let me give you a couple kick numbers. By the way, I have a cold right now, and literally everything I'm saying is echoing inside of my head. This is coming in at about 8.1 inches. Your handle is about 4.6 inches. Your blade is coming in at 3.5 inches and about just about 3.5 inches sharpen length, which is not too shabby. Let's see how the ergos are on this bad boy. Let me get these other knives out of the way real quick. Backing out here, my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And ooh, so smooth. Okay. All of these edges are nicely rounded. They're rounded and chamfered, almost a crowned effect. I would almost say crowned if I can get away with it because they're rounded. And oh yeah, that is comfy. And choking up, that is a nice landing pad for the thumb. There's no jimping. We get no dick, but Oh, okay. It's more comfortable than I imagined it would be. Something I'm noticing here, you don't have any room for sharpening. So, Ned Foss, I would suggest maybe making this plunge come down flat. That way, when folks sharpen, they won't, see how right here on the edge, when you sharpen this, you're going to be scratching that up. And that's just an aesthetic thing if someone's being really picky about a $50 knife, which, if you're new to knife collecting, $50 might be a lot of money. You're like, am I really going to spend $50 on a knife? Well, if you get hooked with the knife bug, you'll find out what I'm talking about. Now, the action, let's see. I can't complain. The action is really good. It has a nice spring to it. And let me just make sure that it's not adjustable. Where's our springs on the inside there? I don't see that anything's adjustable. And something interesting here, if you could see, let me grab my little flashlight. If you can look on the inside right here, normally you can see the springs and just barely, let's see if I can get you in there just a little bit. You can't even really see the inner workings. You can't see the Omega spring from just looking down into it. So everything's kind of encapsulated between the outside of the bolster and the inside of the liner. So that's very interesting. Keeps it nice and clean. That'll keep gunk out of there. So I can appreciate that. Now here's the other version. Where's it at? It's laying over here amongst the knives. This is also the Beast 2. This one feels a little bit heavier. Matter of fact, let's get a quick weight and then I'll show you what the button lock version looks like, because there's a lot of folks that don't like a crossbar lock. I love crossbar locks, but there's folks that don't care for crossbar locks and they like a button lock or a different other style. So the crossbar is coming in at 4.1 ounces and then the button lock is coming in at 4.1 ounces. So they're both about right there, just about exactly the same. So let's see. This one, is this one a flipper? So this one's not a flipper. This one has a flipper and it has jimping. Unfortunately, the jimping isn't very grabby. And I shouldn't use the word unfortunately. It's just that I wish it was more grabby. So that's a nitpick. It's not unfortunately. It does have some grab. And as evidenced by this right here, it doesn't have a strong detent. I mean, it is. I mean, I'm doing this super light and it is getting the blade out there. So if you handed this to someone and say, yeah, you just flip right here and they go like that, it actually comes out and makes contact and locks up. And speaking of lock up, no movement left to right, up and down. So it's, wow, it's very smooth. Oh, look at that. So once you push that button, it just comes down and shuts on its own. Let's see how the detent is when I go like this. Oh yeah, so if you like opening your knives like that, you can just fling it open. Not a very strong detent, but it is extremely, extremely smooth to operate. That's enjoyable. Ooh, I like that. So if you like a little, not a beefier knife, but one that feels substantial in your hand, and the ergos on this one are very good. No complaints on it. It also has a miniature poon, just the tiniest bit of harpoonness right there. The thing that is very cool is that these are 14C28N, so they're good blade steel. They're not going to be the sliciest of knives because you only have this much, coming down. Is that a hollow ground? I don't think so. I don't think it's a hollow ground blade, but the shorter you have from the blade stock to the bottom to your cutting edge that's going to determine how slicey a knife is, right? That's in general. That has nothing to do with this knife right here. But when you have this style of blade, it's going to be a tougher, for more tough use, tougher things, maybe not slicing apples or doing the sliciest of tasks. But this, there's two new versions of the 14C28N Ned Foss Beast 2. Tell me what you think about it. Leave a comment down in the comment section, good or bad. And also make sure you hit the thumbs up button, support the channel. Now, I have a link down there. If you don't want to go check out the knife, go watch this video or go watch that video. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the hive streams, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.